AUM 10.7 million now on a fund.
We've managed to raise $4 million. The right strategic choice for the Kedungu Fund, raise money in Dubai, spend it in Kedungu. The same land today is over 15 million. So it's already a 3x in the last 2 years. I'm looking at other markets all the time, everywhere in the world. I've never seen a market that grows so fast. There are some similarities to Bali.
What else was on our list?
Forgot.
All right, so here we are, Omri, once again, and we're in a different studio today.
Yeah.
Why? Why are we here?
Explain
to our curious audience.
We are in Dubai, UAE, so we're not in our Vox Pop studio in Bali.
Yeah.
This is the first. It's been a while since we have done a video.
This week we're both in Dubai.
Yeah.
Interesting place.
It is.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Dubai, a couple other things, the Kedungu Fund, Kedungu, Bali, what's happening.
This is an update video on the Kedungu Fund, really. So this is the main topic, and then we'll, probably stray left and right, as
like
always.
we usually do.
Yeah.
Off topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's go. See you now. All right, welcome back. So here we are, Bali Business Club, but today it's Dubai, so it should be Dubai Business Club, really.
Dubai Business Club, yeah.
And there is some talk of changing the name, really. Yeah, maybe, possibly.
There is some talk. So we are here in Dubai today in UPod Studio, which was recommended by my friend Amandine Million. We are scouting, I would say, the place.
Yeah.
So the big news is that I'm going to move from Bali to Dubai. I've been decades in Bali, and I'm going to move to Dubai in August with my 9-year-old daughter. The reason behind that is that it seems like the right strategic choice for the Kedungu Fund in terms of fundraising. I mean, everyone knows the money is here, right?
It sure is. It grows on trees here.
It grows on trees. Yeah.
Pull it down.
So in terms of, in the last 2 months, I would say, we've managed to raise $4 million, around $4 million.
Yeah, by far the best 2 months we've ever had.
By far, yeah.
And it was raised out of Dubai, really.
It was raised out of Dubai, most of it, yeah.
Because you had a trip here, 2 months ago?
A month and a half ago, yeah. So the decision for me to move here is very strategic reason for fundraising only. So basically the idea, if we simplify this, is raise money in Dubai, spend it in Kedungu. That's basically it. And as the team is completely autonomous in
self-sufficient.
Kedungu, yeah, self-sufficient. I'm still running the show from here, but all the team will be doing their thing. They don't need me for that, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is why we're here.
Okay, so let's just run through what we're going to talk about today. Fund update, a little bit of Kedungu, what's going on. Where do we want to kick off?
Just talked about Dubai, so.
I mean, how are you finding it? What do you think of the standard of life? What do you think of the property market here? Anything that's jumped out at you?
Dubai, it's funny because there are some similarities to Bali. The fact that it's an ever evolving demographic population. It's, in Bali, how we have this thing where the government is pushing for more tourists, more expats, more people coming to the island, and it generates new markets, new opportunities and such. And in Dubai is exactly the same thing.
Just not on the tourism side. I would say it's more on the expat side.
Well, both. I mean, Dubai is a huge touristy place. Yeah, huge. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
People come here for shopping. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose there is a whole. You think of tourists as like surfers in Bali, but there's a whole.
Yeah, it's different tourists. Completely different type. Yeah. Some numbers. Right now, it's like 3.5 million inhabitants in Dubai. I think something around those numbers, and they're expecting to double that in the next 15 years. So by 2040, it will be 7 million
inhabitants.
People, inhabitants, which is crazy. It's like 300,000 new arrivals per year, including me. I'm one. There's 999 people more than me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's huge. So you've seen we've drove around quite a bit here, and the building cities. So there's an interesting metric. There is one development I'm talking high rise, like, sizable development, not like some shady dude in the desert making his own villa. Yeah? There's one development starting every 18 hours.
Yeah, Olivia told us that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
so more than every day.
Yeah.
There is one new couple of high-rise building with lifestyle and gardens and waterways and whatever starting, and it's a gigantic construction site actually.
Yeah, it is in many ways similar to Bali, dominated by certain developers. Obviously, bigger high rises is a huge thing. Yeah, but interesting. I've had a couple of conversations with some brokers. I would say Bali is still performing better as far as ROI, occupancy, those kinds of things. I think you still get more value for your buck and a better return.
Yeah. I mean, so far we know a lot of people here that have bought a bunch of units. So there's no villas here. I mean, there are villas, but the market really is in the units, the apartments. Yeah.
Off-plan.
So they buy off plan and they sell either before the tower is finished, so like 3 years, or just after. And they have an interesting structured way of installment plan and such. They make great money. There's no question. We think Bali is a better investment in terms of returns, but not everywhere in Bali. Far from it.
Yeah, sure.
We know Kedungu, which is El Dorado, but
creme de la creme. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are some amazing deals to make here, really. So it's a very it's a different type of market. There are some similarities. I will probably diversify my investment portfolio in Dubai. I will probably buy a couple of units here.
I'd say Dubai is a little bit safer, more mature, more stringently regulated.
Yeah.
A little bit easier, like there's not so much flexible, as in, the main developers you can trust. You don't have to do all the due diligence that you have to do in Bali, all those kinds of things.
Yeah, well, it's a different due diligence, Yeah, but I guess when MR is selling you a unit, it's okay.
Yeah, you believe that the land is owned by them. You don't have to go to the notary and check. There's none of that.
Is the zoning okay?
Is it in a green zone?
It's got a yellow zone here, sand, orange zone.
So anyway, so there's none of that kind of stuff. So it's very different. Same kind of investor, I would say. A lot of our investors, Kedungu Fund, definitely know the Dubai market. Yeah. And it's something they look at. So it'd be interesting crossover between these kinds of environments for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So exciting times for the fund. Yeah.
For the fund is great.
And for you, really. And possibly for me.
It's a new chapter. Yeah.
It is a new chapter. On all fronts, it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the fund,
Fund, Okay. Go for it.
What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so two and a half years left.
Almost halfway, give or take,
So what does that mean for new investors wanting to onboard now?
Not much change. I mean, anyone can onboard now.
But I mean, as far as returns go, what is it done?
Again, I don't really like to say to give a prediction or projections or whatever. But not prediction, but we don't have a crystal ball. But our projections.
No financial advice. Yeah.
No financial advice. Yeah. Well. Our projections show that anyone onboarding now, we in the Kedungu Fund the returns will be between 2x and 3x in a 3 years horizon, more or less,
Until we liquidate
until
March
we liquidate,
2028.
Yeah.
Maybe for new listeners, why don't you do the quick 3-minute nutshell spiel of Kedungu Fund?
My God. You want to ask questions?
No,
ask specific questions.
What is the Kedungu Fund? How do I invest?
Okay, so the Kedungu Fund is an investment vehicle in Bali. It's incorporated in Singapore, but the company is in Indonesia. We are investing heavily in a region of Bali called Kedungu, which is right, for those who know Bali, right next to Tanah Lot. Okay, right behind Tanah Lot.
Next to Canggu, not many people know Tanah Lot.
Yeah, it's not far. It's 15 minutes from Canggu, basically, by scooter. 20 minutes, let's say, by scooter. 15 from Ben-Canaan. And we believe, and it's now proven, that it's going to be, I don't like to say the next Canggu, but it's the next place to be, the next trendy place where everyone wants to be. The thing is, as you know, in Indonesia, government is always pushing for more people to come to the island, and you have to put these people somewhere. There's the golden rule the coconut tree law that you cannot build upwards, so expansion is horizontal.
So no Dubai high-rise in Bali. Yeah?
No Dubai high-rise in Bali.
Yeah.
So because expansion is horizontal, the next place to be is going to be westward, where the next surf spot is. And where is that surf spot? In Kedungu. Yeah. This is like, in a nutshell, why Kedungu is.
There's more to it, but you can watch one of our older podcasts to get the real crux of that thesis.
We talk about that very often.
We've talked about it once or twice.
Yeah. So Kedungu is, if you go there now, anyone that haven't been there for a while, would see much more restaurants, much more constructions, a lot of villas, our school.
Yeah,
of
course. Tell us about that. Yeah,
good transition.
Yeah, you're like a pro.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go backward in time a little bit and talk about the genesis of why we're doing this. The core thesis of the fund was acquire land, lease or buy, acquire land, wait until market price escalates, goes up, and then liquidate the land. Few years later. And we had our little calculations. Everything was, perfect and working well. This is still working, and we've done it, and we keep doing it. We now have 23 plots. Yeah, so there will be more plots that we will acquire. Maybe like 2-3 months after the inception of the fund, we were thinking, why don't we develop something? And we know how to make business in Bali. We have an architecture company, we have a construction company, we have an interior design company. We know how to do this. So. We have a bunch of other businesses that we are operating, and that are fairly successful. So there's no reason why we should just land bank. And so by thinking that, so we saw, okay, it's great, but what are we going to develop? And the one thing I didn't want to do is go into the residential markets and go head-to-head against the Oxos, the Miras, all the developers. They're doing an amazing job. I never liked to, steal some market share from competitors. I like to create new things, yeah? And so we thought, okay, if we develop in Bali, we're not going to do villas, we're not going to do apartment buildings, whatever. Everyone does that. I'm not interested in... I like niche market. I don't like to be one fish in a bigger pond of fish, yeah? So... So, okay, let's create projects, let's create developments that are going to actually bring value to the region, to the neighborhood, the village, and to the fund. And so we saw, okay, so these are more like commercial projects. And not all, 80% of the land we acquired are on the main streets of Kedungu. We have, I forgot exactly the number, probably like 17 or 18 plots on the main street of Kedungu, yeah? When you drive there, you see our sign everywhere, yeah? So we saw, okay, let's develop something that will really bring value to the region. And the first thing that came to mind is an international school. There's no school. Talking to other expats and asking them, would you move to Kedungu? And say, no, we don't move to Kedungu because I have a kid and I don't want to drive, so much time to school in the morning. Yeah. I have a daughter, 9-year-old, and that was one of the reasons also that helped, made me want to do that school. So I wouldn't have also to drive.
I remember you wanted to get a tutor in Kedungu, and you were like, oh, let's do a school instead.
Yeah, it all started with me wanting to build like a tiny little school for my daughter in some,
and some friends.
With some friends, yeah. The school business, for example, a school is 20 ara, so 2,000 square meters. We could do probably like decent sized villas, probably like 5 or 6, right? Like 4 or 5 ara villas. So those 5 or 6 villas would be, we will make money, sure, okay, but I will bring to the region only 5 or 6 families. So we're talking like 30 people or something like that, yeah? Whereas with the school has a maximum capacity of 120 kids. So 120 kids...
That's a lot of families.
That's a lot of people, yeah? You have the mother, the father, the brothers and sisters, siblings, and then the staff, and then the friends coming. So it's a real emulation for... the whole region, because these people need to sleep somewhere, to eat somewhere, to entertain themselves, to shop,
brings
whatever.
Tourists, keeps the restaurants busy.
Exactly.
Yeah, the residents of Kedungu should be extremely happy about the school.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea was to, instead of like, thinking short term and okay, let's make a bunch of cash with like 5 villas or 6 villas, whatever, let's build something that's helping the future of Kedungu. And as far as the fund is concerned, that's helping the fund make more money indirectly. So our investors are happy.
Well, just gets the engines of the area running faster.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. The school is now almost finished. It's almost finished, 95 or 96% completion or something. The opening of the school is August 11, the year start. We won't have 120 kids year one, of course.
No, I don't think any school does. Any new school does.
We'll have probably like 30 kids, something like that. They're going to have a ball. The first year is going to be amazing. Yeah.
Have a lot of space to run around.
Yeah.
And there's like farm animals and goats and
we
all
had
kinds of stuff.
We had our first baby goat born yesterday.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's funny. It's
Ducks
cute.
and chickens and everything. Tell us a bit about the principal and the key staff and like the kind of educational model. Maybe just touch on that.
So let's make something clear first. The Kedungu Fund is not running the school. Kedungu Fund leased the land and built the building. It's a give or take $1.5 million project. So Kedungu Fund is renting the box to the operator. So we have an operator. The curriculum is IB, okay? So this operator is comprised of 3 parties. There's 2 ladies that have an educational background, and my group, which has some equity as well in the operator.
Yeah. They also follow us on Grow School on
So it's
Instagram.
called Grow. I like to grow in Kedungu.
Really good Instagram account. Check it out.
Yeah.
If you're looking for kids to go somewhere in Bali,
Yeah.
get in touch. Okay, so that's the school. Anything else you want to touch on there?
We can talk about the next project.
Is that the sign done and dusted? Yeah. What is the next project?
So
I kind of know, but I didn't think it was signed off.
No, it's so we have a couple of big developments in mind. One is a medical center, but that's a bit early for Kedungu. And the other one is a shopping plaza. So we've done 2 concepts. We've done a decent sized one and a humongous one.
Not 100% sure if we're going to go
I think
ahead.
we'll probably start with the smaller one that you can fit on a 10 ara plot maybe or something like that. It was originally designed on the land that we own next to where Little Ripper is. That forest after Little Ripper on the right, after our agency, Kedungu Real Estate. We also have in front of the school a 3,000 square meter plot, and we thought maybe we can take that first concept and extend it a little bit, make it more shops, more green space. So we haven't worked on the 30 ara plot, but we have. If you see the renders now, you can see it's all wooden and. It was on a smaller plot. So this will probably come next year, I would say.
Okay, so that's on the development side. On the land acquisition side, there's been a couple of, like last time we had this was 17 properties or 16 properties, now it's 23.
Yeah.
What's been acquired recently?
We're going more into residential plots. The reason is that there's not enough commercial plots. So when I say commercial, I mean high street retail. So land where you could have a restaurant or a shop that's on the street, whichever it is, whatever street it is. So we acquired since the last podcast, we acquired probably like 4 new commercial plots, and a bunch of residential.
And then what is going to be the push for the development? Do you think shopping center, medical center?
Yeah, so medical center is too early. I don't think Kedungu is ready for it. The idea of the medical center would be you have like a apotheke, pharmacy, and then a clinic, like those 24-hour clinic thing. And in the back, the idea we had was to build a bunch of doctors' offices and give extremely good terms, and bring doctors from left and right in Indonesia. Like very, very good one. So that place will have a pool of like very good doctors.
So like a
in
wellness
one
health.
place. Yeah, exactly.
Medical hub.
You know, in Bali, like the national sports is like, okay, do you know a pediatrician? Do you know a dentist?
Yeah, in Singapore.
Yeah, maybe. No, but there are some in Bali, but they're all, super far. There's one in Sanur and one on Sunset Road. So if we bring all of them on the same place, that would create.
If you got the school, you got the cute shopping center, and then you got the medical. You never have to leave.
You never have to.
Which is ideal in Bali these days.
That the
less
problem,
time on your bike,
exactly,
or in a car, the better.
Because of the traffic problem.
Yeah.
So the more you stay in your village, the better.
I mean, we hardly ever leave Perranan,
Yeah.
And now Perranan's too busy, so head out to Kedungu.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else was on our list?
Forgot. We are.
Well, we're only 20 minutes into 45 minutes, so we're going to have to think of something to talk about. Actually, from when the fund first started, I think this is always a nice story that I tell a lot of people. What you were buying land at, what the residential land was at, and what it's at now. And then also I was speaking to a developer the other week. They're looking for 20 RO in Kedungu, and he was like, so difficult to buy. Like there's not much stock, especially if you want something even close to the...
Yeah, there are some stocks. I mean, our agency have plenty
but
of
land.
land.
It's more difficult these days.
It's not, to be honest, it's not more difficult. It would be hard to find a large plot, like half a hectare or 1 hectare. That would be very hard. A lot of it has been already bought by Chiputra and these guys in Hong Kong, Lime Tree Capital, and Ombak, Peter Ombak, and...
Well, let's talk about that actually. Also, because I was there Kedungu maybe 3-4 weeks ago. I found there's recently you've noticeable change in how busy and how developed and the buzz of the place. So new businesses, what's going on, who else has moved in, any big operators.
Yeah, maybe since we were started on the price thing, maybe let's finish this.
Good point.
And then we move to this. Yeah. So we'll have things to say. Yeah. So when we started this adventure 2 years ago, a bit over 2 years ago, the price of the land was 5 million, between 4 and 6 million rupiah per ara, so per 100 square meters per year, on the leasehold side. The same land today is over 15 million. So it's already a 3x in the last 2 years plus. Yeah. I remember the first plot that I purchased was 7.9 million, and that was a street front plot in front of downtown, the restaurant.
Oh, was that the first one you bought? Yeah, you were going to build on it, I remember, yeah. Was that the first? Okay, 7.9 for that.
7.9.
That's crazy.
It means like if that one was 7.9, the rest of the plot, like...
cheaper.
Because
that's the most prime.
Commercial is always more expensive than...
but that's prime commercial.
That's super prime commercial, So the rest was probably like 4 or 5 million back then, That land today is...
It's great.
Expensive.
It's a great piece of land,
The second plot I purchased was the plot after our agency, after Little Ripper, my good friend, and that was 9 million, I remember. 9 or 9.5, I forgot.
So 2 to 3 years, that kind of 3x, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't do that in Dubai, that's for sure.
You won't do that anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, to do 3x in France, you got to waste 50 years.
That's a couple of generations. Your great-grandchildren.
You can die twice.
And that's the only way you'll get that escalation is actually through a currency devaluation, through inflation.
And then there's tax.
And then they take half of it.
Take half of it. No, it's unique. I don't know. I'm looking at other markets all the time and everywhere in the world. I have never seen that. I've never seen a market that's so that grows so fast. I've never seen it. So anyway, that's for the price. Today, average leasehold price in Kedungu will be around 15 million, 16 million, more like 16 million, I would say. We just purchased one at 20 million. There's one I'm in negotiation now at 26 million, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where's that?
At street front.
Yeah, I'm sure. Whereabouts? How far down?
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
It's a big secret. NDA. Please all sign an NDA. It's in the center. The one at 20 million is street front, and it was a very, very good deal. It's cheap. Okay, so what do you want to talk about now?
I want to talk about the area. I want to talk about what's going on. It's really buzzy. There's beer gardens, bars, restaurants. It's a cool place to go and hang out.
Yeah.
Not like 2 years ago you would like wander around a rice paddy. You know?
Yeah. There was nothing to eat. You'd starve in Kedungu.
You have like
you have lots of options.
Goreng and that's it.
Yeah. Lots of options, lots of new restaurants. Some restaurants are getting bigger. I'm thinking Simon at Pizza and Pickle, sorry. There's Pretty Poison that's turned into like a beer garden.
The tap house.
The tap house. Yeah.
That whole Pigstone area, I love that area.
It's very cool.
I think it's great.
Very cool.
I think that main road is going to be almost as popular as the main road. Yeah.
And big projects also happening. I can touch on that.
Yeah, we'll touch on it.
So in the Ciputra area, there is. I won't say the name because the deal is not 100% closed yet, I know. But there's a very, very, very large hotel group coming in. Then something that is closed is there's a beach club. The building is going to start very soon.
When you say beach club, a lot of people get anxiety.
Yeah, so it's not a boom beach club, Fins like or Atlas like. It's a family beach club.
I see Fins is changing their whole...
Yeah.
It's crazy. Becoming more family, not
smart,
not club.
Super smart.
I mean, they have to.
These guys. So it's right next to the Bali Beach Glamping. So Bali Beach Glamping is involved as well. Ciputra is involved. We're trying to get involved. So this I know of other big names of the islands moving into Kedungu. Expanding into Kedungu. Some tennis dudes. Won't say the name. Tennis, yeah.
Oh, to tennis courts, yeah?
Yeah, tennis courts, like big ones. Developers. There's another shopping plaza. There's talk about Pepito as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's inevitable. It'll be more towards the top main road, I presume.
It will be on the Ciputra area. I know the land. I know where. But still talks, yeah. And there's a few like convenience stores, like Circle K, whatever, coming in. And there's a lot of new restaurants like on the main road. I mean, main road is busy. Huh? It's quite busy.
It's busy. It's a nice place to go for dinner and just
you
chill
can
out.
see when you drive now. Before it was a bit quiet, and now there's a buzz. There's a new gym. Our friend Ege is building a gym right next to where Alive Whole Foods is. So that will open. I think the building is started, so that will open in a few months. There is our friend Paul from Los Hobos is going to have a gym that's on the Ciputra Road next to Joshua District. I'm not saying for you, I'm saying for people watching.
So he found an operator for that gym. It's done.
So he's talking to a couple of dudes that I know. He already bought all the equipment, blah, blah, blah.
So all in all, a busy time for Kedungu, and it's just going to get busier.
There's a huge difference between now and before.
Yeah, it hit a tipping point.
Yeah.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Every time I go there, every month, or I go there once a month maybe or something like that, maybe every 3 weeks, there's something new, you know? Like sizable new, not a Circle K, something big. Yeah,
it's definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay, so we touched on what's happening, what's new. AUM 10.7 million now on the fund.
10.7 million, but actually that's the last valuation. So the share price 114. We managed from 110 a few months ago. So we're very happy that we weathered the Trump tariffs as well as we could.
We did, and that came back. But we're sitting in Dubai now in pretty much a war zone just across the road. So the world is still very interesting at this time. Yeah,
let's see what the impact of the war with Iran has on the fund. I was talking to a friend yesterday who said that whatever happens in the region, Dubai always profits. Yeah,
I remember they said since there was kind of a conflict, the property value or the property investment value shot up because people were trying to get money out of
and
all the countries affected into Dubai, which is a safe haven, really.
Exactly. I mean, Abu Dhabi is going crazy. Disney World is coming. I just read this morning that Harry Potter theme park coming and a bunch of things. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, we don't care about here. Our thing is Kedungu in Bali. Yeah.
Well, the more
But
money
let's see
in
the
here, the
impact.
more money we can take out into
Exactly.
Bali. Yeah.
But let's see also the impacts of that war on the fund.
I think it's settled. Kind of. What is the day today?
24th June.
Yeah, it's settled a little bit. It seems to have settled a bit. But the last few days was a bit stressful.
For
It
you.
was an interesting time. Omri pretends these things don't affect him, but late at night he's scrolling at like 4 a.m. reading Fox News or whatever.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We're back. Well, I'm back in Bali tomorrow morning. You're back in Bali in a week still.
Yeah.
You're going to spend another month or so there and then back out here. So yeah, I think that's interesting time.
Yeah, I'll be in Dubai from August, let's say September. Yeah.
If you're in Bali, give me a buzz. If you're in Dubai, give Omri a buzz.
Yeah, absolutely.
And set up some meetings. Yeah,
Happy to have a coffee with anyone.
yeah.
Cool.
Fabulous. Cool, that's it.
Thanks, Gawain. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Like.
Like,
we're nearly on.
share, comment.
How many subscribers are we on now? Nearly 20,000.
I think 20. Not yet. I think we're 19 point something. By the time
Wow.
this video is out, it will be 20. Over
I mean,
20.
this podcast is getting as much traction as Kedungu.
Maybe, yeah.
It's crazy.
We have 1,000 new subscribers per week.
And we might change the name. We might become more of a global focused kind of property.
Yeah,
Podcast.
as we are getting more international, we might change the name into something like global investment.
Omri's not great with
Whatever.
names. We'll circle back on this.
We're still talking about it. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be the more we learn in different markets like this, whether it's Dubai or Cape Town or Thailand, whatever, we can get guests. All these different emerging markets will be interesting. As we learn, we can share the information.
I think I've said everything I could say on real estate in Bali. I don't have any more secrets I'm hiding in my bag.
Yeah.
So, and I think all those podcasts we shared and all this knowledge we shared, they were okay when we did the podcast, and they are absolutely relevant in 1 year
time.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we're going to shift the podcast into something more global. Yeah, more guests coming, talking about their view on business like real estate business or
property.
investment.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting because it will be us being educated this time.
Yeah,
Not so much you educating. We'll be like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or we can compare markets like Bali versus Dubai, like what to do, what not to do, and how they stack up against each other. I think those will be really informative. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's an interesting time so watch the space, yeah? Subscribe.
If you guys have some ideas on this or suggestions, feel free
please.
to share.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Thank you. Good podcast.
Thanks, Gawain.
Cheers.
Cheers.